although that weather change is moving through, it's not necessarily going to ease conditions across southeastern Australia. In fact, according to Victoria's Fire Services Commissioner Craig Lapsley, the worst could still be ahead.
What we're seeing now is that the temperatures are still remaining in the 30s. The winds will pick up today and we'll have a wind change move across Victoria later in the day, and that will potentially bring dry lightning. And obviously with dry lightning means that that could be the cause of fire. So we're very focused on making sure we're across the issues of fire, making sure communities are aware, and that we're running at the highest level of preparedness.
So far from giving some relief, that wind change will actually add to problems.
Yeah, it always does. The southwesterly change that will move across South Australia and Victoria can bring an additional set of problems to us, that the winds actually increase in speed. The direction changes, so if we've got fires in the environment, the change of direction certainly pushes a fire in a different direction, and that's been one of the key things across history of fire in the southeastern part of Australia, that's one of the things we lose a lot of land, have impacts on communities after the wind change, so we're very focused on that.
Now in South Australia we've actually seen a power cut to some communities as a preventative measure as far as fires go. Do you think anything of that extent will need to be done in Victoria as well?
No, we're not anticipating the need to cut power. We're running in the fire danger rating of severe. We would only do that in the state when it reached into the code red environments, which is the highest of the fire danger rating. So at the moment, we're saying to Victorians that power remains on. People need to be vigilant though and understand that that doesn't mean that power can't be cut for the fact that there's been outages. But we've spoken today with power companies and they're very comfortable with the power state of Victoria, and that's a good sign.
And it's not just a fire safety issue at this stage either, is it? There's a health warning for people with this sort of weather.
Oh, most certainly. Ambulance Victoria and the Department of Health have issued warnings throughout the last couple of days. The critical thing is overnight fatigue. When you get temperatures that stay in the high 20s and low 30s overnight, obviously people don't get the opportunity to cool down. Their buildings don't cool down, so the house they live in is not cool. So it is a fatigue issue, and one of those key messages is always look after your neighbour. Take that time to understand where the neighbour is, and certainly older people quite often may not turn the air conditioner on, may not dress appropriately, so to take that neighbourhood approach, be focused on family and friends and neighbours is one of the key messages to be safe. That's not only just for the heat, but it's also about fires as well.